Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome in today for episode 84 of the Podwans podcast. I am your host, Char J, joined by my co-hosts Luke.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
And Hereth Productions.
How's everyone going?
Hope everyone's having a great Thursday night. Today, we're going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 19 of Star Wars Rebels, also known as The Forgotten Droid. We're going to be diving into a lot of Chopper, some AP5, them escaping the Empire, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. We got one rookie guest on today. He has never been on any of our shows, and we're excited to have him on today. But Luke, Hereth, are we ready to get the show rolling?
Yep, let's do it.
Let's go.
The Jedi Knights are all but destroyed, and yet your task is not complete, Inquisitor. The Emperor has foreseen a new threat rising against him. The Podwans Podcast.
And we are back. All right. So, as I said before, we have a rookie member coming to the Podwans family today. Let's introduce Robbie at Meet Upon Maine.
Hey guys.
Hey, Robbie, welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
So I guess the business Meet Upon Maine. So our Instagram at Meet Upon Maine, and then Facebook Meet Upon Maine. Pretty much.
So tell the folks what how Meet Upon Maine kind of started and what kind of what's the app all about?
So let's see. Meet Upon Maine is actually a dating/social networking site for Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars fans. So if you're looking basically for any type of relationship, if it's serious relationships or just want to build a friendship, new friendships, because you're already in a serious relationship and you want more Star Wars buddies and stuff like that, you go to Meet Upon Maine and set your status and build your profile. And there's tons of people already on there. And yeah, it's just a great, fun community that they all talk and hang out, and we're just getting started. We're evolving every day. We're coming out with a new update. I think tomorrow, actually, our developers are working on it. So we're getting going, really.
That's awesome. And so to put it in a nutshell, Robbie, is it Star Wars Tinder? Basically?
Star Wars Tinder. I love how you just like went right to it. You didn't even fucking hesitate. You're just like, boom, Star Wars Tinder.
I mean,
Right.
I feel like it has the same kind of premise and what it's aiming for.
Well, we didn't want to do this. We didn't want to do a swipe left or swipe right.
Yeah. Not the functionality. Not the functionality.
Yeah, with a lightsaber, you swipe left or right.
It's like a Mickey Mouse like hand left or right.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Two fingers like.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But no, it's fun. We started developing it in December of 2020. A lot of my friends are single and Disney fans, and they're like, I can't find anybody. I've been on all these dating sites, I've been to bars, and during the pandemic, nobody was going anywhere. So I was like, let's develop this, and really cater to, I mean, Disney owns everything now. So
Yeah, pretty much. You're not wrong. You're absolutely not
Yeah.
wrong.
so
So is it like, and like you said, it's not just a dating app. You said it was more. It's for
It's-
pretty much anything you could use.
Like
it
a
for,
social
right?
networking.
Social networking.
yeah. So you set your status from serious relationship to seeing what's out there kind of thing, or I forgot. There's a third one, and then there's another one called theme park/vacation buddies, and that one's like the friend one where you can, just build a friends list so you can friend request people and everything, and then you can start chatting and stuff like that. We have in the works a lot of big things. We want to do like big cruises, group cruises and stuff like that, where a bunch of Star Wars fans could go on a cruise together, and not so much go on the Star Cruiser.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, hey,
Budget.
Right.
Star Cruiser? Is that what I heard?
Right,
Star
right. I
Cruiser?
mean, if we can, we would definitely we do a lot of giveaways, and if we can, we would love to get, 2 people or even 4 people.
I mean, that's one hell of a tax write-off. I'll say that.
Right.
Yeah.
See, but I'm not even thinking of it like that. I just want people to have fun, enjoy their time, stuff like
Hey.
that. So.
No.
And then besides doing that, we actually take a portion of everybody's membership fees and we donate it to different charities that help
Oh, that's
children with
awesome.
terminal illnesses to get to the theme parks and enjoy the theme parks with their families as well. So
Oh,
we
that's
send-
awesome.
That's amazing.
oh, thank you.
And you were saying, okay, so with the membership, how what? So is it like there's a free option and then there's a paywall for like exclusive stuff?
Yeah, so like a traditional dating site, you build your profile for free, and then you're able to view other people. You're able to actually friend request people for free. And then if you want to communicate, you have to pay. So it's like a traditional dating site. Monthly is $18.99. 3 month is $14.99, and we have a year plan, which is $8.33 a month, which comes to $99.99. So, and then we have a coupon code right now for your subscribers. So anybody that types in the Padawans will get the $10 off the monthly plan when they sign up. So
Well, there you
the
go.
Padawans, yeah, no spaces. We'll put it in like the chat, so because there's some capital letters in different areas. So
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's great.
incredible.
Help out some of our single friends here. I mean,
oh yeah,
besides
Yeah.
besides me, I am taken, and these two might be.
I know. How did I know you were going there with that? How did I know?
Hey, I'm just trying to help you out. Okay.
You can join. You can join. You can put
Fair.
yourself as a marital status or in a relationship, and then just looking for friends.
That could be. Find some. You know what? You're making it. You know what? We'll see where it lies. We'll see where it lies. Definitely, that's an interesting concept. So it just started from you guys, like a whole bunch of your friends being like, "Hey, I'm just not connecting with people the way I want to," and then you were just like, "Well, why don't we
Yeah.
do this?"
I for the last, I don't know, 5-10 years, I mean, and everybody's noticed this in business that subscription-based businesses are really big,
Yeah.
and so I was like, well, what can I start that would be a subscription-based business? And then I'm like, oh, what about a dating site? And then I'm like, what's a niche market? And I was like, Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel.
Mhm.
And there's not really any, really good dating sites out there that cater to our genre,
Hmm.
So
Oh,
yeah, it's fun.
Absolutely. That's an
Yeah.
interesting concept. I'm surprised that it hasn't
Thank
been
you.
done before.
It has. I won't mention the other company.
Oh,
But-
the mouse.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask that because I was like, I don't know if we were just gonna dance around that whole thing, but how does the legality work?
Oh, so it's not the other one isn't created by Disney. The other
okay.
one was actually created by a cast member.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And that one, it's, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be polite. I don't want to, do
that's
anything.
fair.
So I was just like, I could do better, something. Just being polite, kind
Oh
of.
yeah.
So there is one out there, but for the legality, I have a team of lawyers that are making sure that I tiptoe across
Okay.
the Disney coals.
Yeah, because you
And-
definitely don't want to make enemies with the mouse because that's
Oh my
kind of
God,
the kiss of
their
death.
lawyers, their lawyers get paid ridiculous amounts of money to look for anything and everything out there. So, but
Which
it's
is
it
yeah, which is
we
funny.
yeah, go ahead.
One of our friends actually works for a firm that works with Lucasfilm.
Oh, jeez.
So we kind of have the ins and outs on. We don't know everything. She obviously doesn't want to lose her job,
Right.
but what we can say is that she knew about things coming out before even we did. Like she knew like 3 weeks, like a month advance about what things were happening in Obi-Wan Kenobi before it even came out.
Which, yeah, makes sense. They have to trademark, they have to
Yep.
copyright all that new material and everything. And
Mhm.
my stepfather is a patent attorney, so he like sort of filled me in on, what to do, what not to do, stuff like that. And yeah, it's, any pictures that are uploaded from the users, that's theirs. And
Okay.
then all the photos that we've uploaded are our personal ones or that we have purchased, royalty. So we own those photos. So
Awesome. That's
yeah.
just an interesting. Char, did you have something that you wanted to add?
Oh no, I was gonna say, Luke, us three should make an account on Meet Up on Main that's just called Podwans. So instead of just having each of us separately, it can be all three of us. So whoever's on there, they can make 3 friends in the price of 1.
Yeah,
Uh,
It's like the Patrick Star meme. 3, take it or leave it.
I I don't even know what to say. There's
Exactly.
no
You don't have to say
following that
anything,
up.
but it's a great
There-
idea.
There's no.
I think
following
I
that
think
up.
there's only one way to follow it up, Luke.
Okay.
Just talking about the episode.
Oh yeah. So we're bringing back a segment. Again, thank you, Robbie, for coming on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
It sounds amazing. I haven't. I checked it out a little bit. It looks really, really interesting, and the concept I think is what is like the most interesting part of itself. So we appreciate you coming on and talking about it, and also enjoying the Star Wars like we do, and wanting to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about Chopper, which now there are actually a ton of Chopper fans out there, a ton.
Yeah.
I love Chopper.
Hey,
I-
he's our favorite war criminal. You know what?
I'm a Chopper
cannot-
fan.
I can't get behind him because R2 is my number one. R2D2 is number one.
Okay, I mean, yes, R2 is the OG, but the personality that Chopper has is, I mean,
It's unparalleled.
right. And there's 2 other droids. One of them is from, oh God, really? Not Rogue Squadron.
Rogue One?
The
Rogue One?
K2SO.
Rogue
K2SO.
One? Yes. I'm terrible with the names. I'm trying to memorize all their names.
No, hey,
I'm
it's
so-
all good.
So yeah, his, and then from Solo,
L3.
L3
L3. So all 3 of them, their personality, and obviously those 2 have more vocal, they can talk versus, which if you notice in some of the episodes with Chopper, you can actually tell there are some words
Well,
that he
it's-
sort of utters.
It is because
Yeah.
it's a voice actor. It's,
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
no,
it's
Dave.
it's Dave Filoni. I was like, I don't know if you
Yeah,
want to just
it's
say it
Dave
because
Fil-
it's like
yeah, it's
they
Dave
revealed in the
Filoni.
final episode.
Yeah, it's Dave Filoni. It's funny
Yeah.
because you can kind of hear him and his like little.
But the funny part is, I was watching Rebels Recon because every time we do these episodes, I will watch Rebels Recon to see if I can get inspiration for questions or anything like that. And they had a hilarious segment at the end of the episode where they were like effing around with like who is Chopper, and all the actors like, no, I'm Chopper, I'm Chopper. And it was like this hilarious like interview of like all of them just saying I'm Chopper.
Yeah, it's.
And Filoni's like, why would they take credit for Chopper? He's just a droid.
Yeah, yeah, it's wild. Ben says Chopper's is best homie. Who else is gonna come in dual guns blaze and then blow up an armada for you? That's fair. That's fair.
Exactly. I
Um,
mean, with Robbie, you mentioned K2 and L3. But that's the difference between them and Chopper. Chopper's an astromech. Like with
Yeah.
him being just this little droid that has so much energy and so much humor, which is It's
Yeah.
hearing him laugh and then him just spinning around and then shocking an Imperial officer just it makes
I
me
mean,
laugh
Chopper
so much.
killed at least 12 people in this episode. Like it's like without a doubt.
Bare minimum.
He is violent.
Yeah,
I
very
mean-
violent.
Seriously, like with the fire coming out of his ass. Like, I mean, just it's just like this guy. Oh my, the personality on him is intense.
No, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Do we want to do the 2 sentences or less?
So let's just jump into the story.
Your story.
Let's do it.
All right, let's jump into the story. All right. So today's episode that we are going to be talking about is The Forgotten Droid, which is the 18th or 19th episode of season 2. And the basic premise is Chopper finds the leg that matches his other one, gets left behind, takes over an Imperial what is that? What type of ship is that? Just a
It's a cargo ship.
It's a
Cargo
freighter
ship.
or whatever.
cargo
Mhm.
freighter and meets AP5. So it's 2 Clone Wars veterans going wild on an Imperial cargo.
Also,
and then
I was gonna say
Yeah, go
this. I was watching this episode back again just for the episode, like because usually I'll watch them like the day of just to make sure, or sometimes I don't, just depending on my busy schedule. That was the joke last week, and I was laughing at the fact that this Imperial just like
He's
I don't even know how to. He was like the most like racist piece of shit ever. You're just like, oh, nice. Just like the way he's just like using clanker. You're just like, what the fuck?
I'm trying to remember his voice actor's name. It sounds like that one Autobot from Dark of the Moon. The one with the beard.
Yeah.
No, not Dark of the Moon. No. Age of Extinction. Age of Extinction.
Okay. Yeah.
The guy
The
is like,
fact that you're
I'm running out of
remembering
ammo.
the
what
fact that you-
Transformers movies you
exactly. Tyler would be so proud of you.
Come on,
right now.
Cade. I'm dying out here.
But no, that makes sense. That is that the guy that's married to Roseanne?
Oh,
the actor?
good God. Wouldn't
I don't know if that's
Wouldn't
the actor.
that be? No, wait. No. Isn't that it? Doesn't John Goodman play?
No,
One
it
of
might
the
be.
I don't think it's John
Transformers?
Goodman. John Goodman is Sully from Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure
But
is in the Transformers movies.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Michael Bay just shows up at these actors' doors with like a bag of money and
Come
saying,
here.
"Here, come join this movie."
Right.
Hold on.
Oh wait.
I'm
Oh yeah.
looking-
Can you just confirm
Yeah.
it is John Goodman? Oh wow.
It is.
Ah, it is. Yeah, Hound.
I didn't know it was John Goodman. Nice.
Ah, suck it.
Watching this episode, does anybody else hear Alan Rickman's voice in AP5 at all?
A little bit.
A
Yeah,
little
The,
bit.
the,
Yes.
the tone of it.
Yeah. And the monotone and everything. And I
I
feel
was
like
there for the Ryloth liberation.
the banter between both of them is like watching grumpy old men.
Yeah.
or-
Oh my God. Yes. Absolutely. Or it's like watching 2 Vietnam vets fucking talk about war.
I love how with this show we like again we didn't get to do 2 sentences or less, but I love how almost every single one of them, with me at least, just boils down to Vietnam jokes.
No, it literally does. Like, and this is the thing that they can like bond over is that they are two droids from the Clone Wars era that have seen some shit.
And
Well,
we're forgotten.
at least Chopper has seen some shit. AP5 really, I mean, he was a
He was a war
set-
tactician during the Republic operations. He said it in the episode.
Yeah, but he didn't see any action.
You said he was there for Ryloth.
Yeah, he literally said he was
Yeah,
there
but
for
he
a
wasn't
while
on
in
the.
episode.
Okay, first of all, we're talking about Chopper getting shot down in a fucking Y-wing, compared to AP5 on a Republic Venator cruiser being a tactician.
He still had to be a war tactician. He still needs to learn
Oh,
tactics of war and
Don't give me
shit.
that. Don't give me that. Anyway,
By that
saying.
logic, Luke Meeber Gascon hasn't seen any action.
that's
I was waiting for that. I was
That's
waiting for the
not
D Squad
true,
jokes.
That's not true though, because if Chase were here, he'd be in the chat defending Meeber Gascon. And this is the one time that I will defend Meeber Gascon. I would consider him a war veteran, more of a war veteran than AP5.
Yeah, because I mean, this is the first time you see AP5.
Anyway,
So you haven't seen anything of AP5 outside of Rebels, mainly.
Right.
yeah. I guess that's fair.
So you have like a because they're talking in the past, while Meeber Gascon's just in the present.
Anyway, this episode is mostly centered around Chopper. So far throughout the show, Chopper has been mostly used for comedic relief. How do you think this episode improves on Chopper's character other than being a comedic relief? Because I mean, up to that point, that the only other time that you can really think about Chopper not being comedic relief is him holding Hera's hand when Kanan gets captured by the Grand Inquisitor.
Well, also the other infamous scene in Rebels where Hera is holding Chopper's hand.
Well, no, I'm saying up to this point.
You're saying up to this point. I'm just saying.
I'm saying up to this point.
I thought you were talking the show in general. Like
no, up until this point, because I feel like this is the first episode that he really takes off from being the comedic relief. Like he has these moments where he is more passionate, he is understanding, especially with AP5. Because I mean, when they talk, he's like, "Hey, you can be my friend," and yes, he's kind of doing it to be manipulating.
Right.
But like there is some.
I mean, in the beginning of the episode, but by the end when they're like actually taking over the Venator and like AP5 doing the sacrifice for Chopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one thing that was interesting was he didn't have the restraining bolt off and he lied to the captain of the ship and like he fought through the restraining bolt and then Chopper zapped off the restraining bolt. And was like AP5 like really fought his code against, the restraining bolt before it even was off. So that was interesting to see.
No, yeah.
A droid could resist that kind of thing.
Yeah, because I mean, from what we see of restraining bolts in Star Wars, like with droids, it's like absolute, like that. It takes all personality away. It pretty much just makes them as they are supposed to be. Wait, hold on. Did I just see? Okay, so I've been watching side quest here. Derailment number 1.
Thank you for counting.
Kenny, get in there.
I've been rewatching the Harry Potter movies. So when I saw Alan Rickman in the chat for Joe's for Rickman, whatever.
Yeah, because we already made that joke earlier in the episode, Luke. Did you not?
No, I didn't catch that until now. So I was like, Snape? Huh? Snape? Severus?
Hereth, Chopper. Hereth, Chopper.
Get out of the carpet hold.
10 points from Chopper.
That's so funny. I'm definitely showing my age because all I could think of is Die Hard with
Alan Rickman. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, wasn't that his first big role?
Yeah.
Hans Gruber, yeah.
But R.I.P. Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Real one.
Rickman, not Rinkman.
Shut up, Char.
You said R.I.P. and you can't even say his name right. Look,
Atlantis, where you're at in the chat.
Adigalia treatment. Just
where's Atlantis?
Adigalia.
Hey, Luke, where's Atlantis?
Alan Rickman 3 times.
Rickman. Alan Rickman. Alec Rickman. Alec Rickman.
Alec!
Alec?
What?
Senator Alec?
You said Alec.
I said Alan Rickman.
Kenny, add another one.
Anyway,
Hey, Luke. If you, for context viewers, just go watch the 12-hour stream. Skip to like whenever the intermission happens. There you go.
So Robbie. Long story short, Luke has a long history of mispronouncing people's names. So there's one time where we had an episode of Clone Wars, and there was a Jedi named Adigalia, and he couldn't say her name. Atlantis in the chat, not a Kyber, is his girlfriend. The first few months where they've met, he couldn't even say her name right.
Neither could you.
Because I was just following your lead.
Also, Char, you also mispronounced Atlantis' name and lives for Liz.
That was once.
No, it was the entire episode. I had to watch the whole thing to find those clips.
So, with sympathy to Luke, my wife, when we first started dating, I did mispronounce her name for the first 2 weeks of dating.
Thank you. You know
and
what?
Then,
I appreciate this.
But she never corrected me. Her best friend, we were out.
Neither did Atlantis.
She finally corrected me.
Wasn't it V was the one that called you out on it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Robbie,
it's not a,
Robbie,
it's not
what-
a,
what's-
Lan-
what's
it's
your-
not a
what-
Lan, it's not Alanis, it's
was a-
Alanis, you
No,
idiot.
you would say
Yeah.
Elanus.
Wait,
You would
Yeah,
also
Alanis. Yeah,
Wait,
it's
so-
like, oh god damn it.
Robbie, what's your wife's name? And let's see if Luke can pronounce it.
Okay. Well, should I spell it out then?
No, just say it. Oh no, actually, yeah, actually spell it. Spell it.
Okay.
It'll give Luke a
Fuck
reference.
you. Fuck
Spell it.
you.
Okay. Shiri.
Sherry. Right?
Yeah,
Shiri.
yeah.
Shiri. Fuck you. It's like
Not the first try,
Shuri,
not the
but
first try,
without
not the
the
first
U.
try, not the first try, not the first
Fuck
try.
you. It was the second try.
not canon, Luke. That was the Legends ending.
No, it's not. That's canon. Yeah, it was the worst, but then you didn't tell me that it was the wrong way of saying it. So, Kenny, how do you screw up Kenny? It's Kenny.
Hey, I've met somebody named ABCDE.
What?
What is that?
No.
Absidy.
Absidy?
Absidy. Yeah, there's really.
That's
Where's
wild.
FGHI?
I love how the show like Kenny's just
Oh,
said. with that.
spirals.
It's just like and we went from
Jesus.
like
Oh Jesus! And then he shows up.
there the eternal force.
I was not. That was Char.
No,
Char
I
was
didn't. Whoa,
talking
whoa,
Char.
whoa. Luke is notorious for talking crap about D Squad. I was just saying he said that AP5 didn't do anything, and I said, well, therefore, by your logic, Meeber Gascon didn't do anything.
But he did.
Okay, Luke. Okay, Chase is here now. I don't want you to.
Oh, now you're playing
Clear your
coy.
mouth. Clear your
now,
mouth.
Now
okay.
you're playing coy. Now you're playing coy. I see
How?
how it is.
I'm going off what I said. Hereth, did I change what I said?
I'm honestly I phase out when this happens.
Chase, torch this man. Torch this
And
man.
I'm sure the audio listeners do the same thing too.
Chase,
You're a disgrace. I hope you know that.
Luke, you're a scoundrel.
Dang it. Oh, okay. Now,
Guys, the family's breaking up. How are we gonna have a podcast?
now I'm looking at you, and I'm looking
Canon,
deep into
canon,
your
canon,
eyes, and I
canon.
can say,
You shut your
you
mouth.
are a disgrace.
I'm gonna. Hey,
This is
move
like
your
the
face-
Brady
hey,
Bunch over here.
Move your face a little closer,
Uh,
Luke.
no.
Move
Oh,
your-
by the way,
move your face
okay,
right
thank you
here.
thank you for bringing up Brady Bunch. You can have 9 people in a TikTok live now. That's insane. That's
The-
insanity.
I'm just trying to figure out how did we even get to this point and
Luke, put your face right here.
I removed
Please don't
myself from TikTok.
look at this person right here. This is why we're here.
Look at Agan. Oh.
I mean that is the real that's true. If you
Kenny,
look at
I'm
me,
sure the counter has been broken by now.
Luke, put your
Anyway,
face right here for 2 seconds. Right here. Put it right here.
no, I am
I
not.
want to sock you.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Anyway,
Boom.
anyway, nice.
I think I got it.
Anyway,
This is just-
anyway.
I don't even know what the hell we're doing. anymore.
Speaking of AP5 and Chopper are both Clone Wars veterans. How do you think this helped them? How do you think that helped them work together during this episode, taking over the ship?
Reading comprehension skills,
Well,
Luke.
well, Luke, according to your logic, 1.5 war veterans.
Well, I think one thing that's very helpful is they have something in common. And it's not just something, it's, something small, it's something big, that they're both war veterans. So they're already have compassion for one another. Like, hey, you survived the shit, I survived the shit. Where it's anybody that has, in real human history, anybody that survived a war and meets a fellow war vet, they are like, it's almost like instant chemistry,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and I feel like we already kind of seen it to a different level with Kanan and Rex, where it's more like enemies to like I was about to say like
You were about
friendship.
to
I was
say-
not gonna do the trope. I'm not gonna do the trope. I know Tumblr's probably already over it. Okay, in AO3, but we're not going there. Remy, no,
Anyway, but what were you gonna say here?
no. I was just saying trauma bonding essentially with Joseph in the chat. Where it's
like-
it's like, hey, we were both on Ryloth together. We just gotta combine our forces and work together and throw over the fascists.
No, yeah.
Right.
No, yeah. What Robbie said was pretty dead on. Like it is kind of a connection, and I feel like that's something that they can bond over. And obviously this is supposed to kind of feel like R2 and 3PO in a way, but it's supposed to be like less. It's
Well, I feel like it's that, but
mixture.
inverted. It's
yeah,
inverted.
inverted. Yeah, inverted.
Yeah.
That's a good word for it.
Because if you remember AP5 towards the end when they like let go of all the cargo and ejected out into outer space, and then when they get to the bridge, AP5 is like, "Oh, let me hold your strut so you could get to the bridge to like the helm," and he drops it. He's like, "Oops," and then he's like, "Sorry, I'm the captain now," full on.
Yeah.
And I love that line. I'm the captain now, like Captain Phillips and everything.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's interesting because C3PO never really he does mouth off to R2D2, but it's more along the lines of like, watch your mouth, I can't believe you're saying that stuff. And then at the end of it with AP5, he does go back to, you could be disintegrated or whatever for having language like that, but it's still a good banter back and forth. It's one of the more funny episodes between the
Absolutely.
two.
Char?
Well, Luke, after you slandered AP5, I don't think I should be able to answer this question. But if I were to say it was cool for them to work together, it was a nice moment when they were walking in like the little corridor when they were mentioning their history with being a part of the Republic and how Chopper got rescued by someone, and AP5 was like, "No one rescues droids," and he showed a picture of Hera, and it was like a cool moment because it's just the fact that Chopper has a picture of Hera on hand. I don't know, it just made me happy in a way, just to be like, because like I don't know, it's just like having like a picture of your best friend like in your pocket,
Mm.
But
Yeah, it's called the phone.
well, Chopper can't use a phone. I mean, he could, but
He
his
could.
his Face ID would be very weird.
Hey, Char, would the
Uh,
lore tell you that, or
The what?
would your lore tell us that?
I don't know. Do you want to find out?
Yeah, I want to find out.
All right, let's dive into the lore of this episode.
Don't be too proud of this podcast you've constructed. The ability to tell 3 interesting facts is insignificant next to the power of the law.
Indeed, it is. All right. So today's lore is all about droids, mainly droids helping you escape. So, first of all, we have the main purpose of this episode is Chopper getting help from AP5, who is a RA7 protocol droid, now became an Imperial inventory droid, helping him escape the cargo ship of the Empire. There's been many moments in Star Wars where a droid has helped a team escape, such as K2SO helping Cassian and Jin complete their mission on Scarif. We also have L3 on Kessel.
R.I.P.
Yeah, we have R4P17 when they were trying to get to Grievous.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
I mean R5. His
R5D4
motivator.
sacrificing himself.
R.I.P.
And then coming back, like
Literally,
5
all
years
the
later.
examples that you have done, all of them have died.
R.I.P. Okay, can we take a quick moment just to pay
Pay homage.
respects to our to our fallen droids? How about this side is this hand, and then you guys are that hand.
All right, that's
Okay.
good enough. That's good enough.
We're symmetrical. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you would want one droid to sacrifice themselves for you,
Oh,
who would it be?
damn it!
I thought you were gonna go like escape from a prison
Yeah,
or like
that's what I was
fun.
gonna
Or I
way
mean, they
too
don't have to.
easy.
They don't really have to sacrifice, but they would. What droid would you want to put their life on the line, or I should say, their programming on the line?
I mean, I'm gonna go with the obvious answer. You go, Luke.
ahead.
You're already speaking.
No. Go ahead.
BD1.
Wow, that one hurts like a son of a
Hey,
bitch.
you know he would help.
He would. No, absolutely. Like, but to like think about it, like it.
I didn't even
Just having
hesitate.
him die. Oh, damn.
I didn't say have him die. It's just help you in his escape.
Oh,
Well, sacrificing. I mean, are we saying that they would die in that sacrifice then, or would they just survive?
And I mean,
it?
you also have Lola undie you, but
Oh no!
damn you, Char.
hey, don't yell at me. Yell at Star Wars.
Ugh. But
Star Wars.
So wait, how is it like?
so, are they surviving or aren't they surviving, Char?
Yeah,
Well, how about just pick a droid that you would love to like go to the end with?
There's only one right answer.
Hey, Luke.
Well, no, that's your one right answer. We could all have different answers.
It's almost like
Okay.
Luke is an Anakin stan, and it's kind of biased to a certain droid.
Yeah, hence why he's close-minded.
Exactly.
Am I wrong?
Anyway, Robbie.
Gotcha, Luke. Come here.
I don't
Go ahead and
know.
move your face. I'm gonna punch you. But yeah, Robbie, what's one droid that you would give everything for?
I mean, I really love BD1.
Hey,
I really love him, so I would hate to see him die. But if it was a scenario where we both died at the same time, like, you know, he powered down and I closed my eye, that would be intense, you know, to have something like that happen. I feel like C3PO can just die in general. He's such a
But here's the thing. I keep going back to this quote from Matt Lanter. It's like, would you want to be stuck with C3PO? No, no one would want to be stuck with C3PO.
no.
Like, if you're stuck on an island with a droid, C3PO is going to be your last choice.
Nah, fuck that noise.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to
no.
know the odds of us fucking dying, 3PO. Shut
Like,
up.
not to go on a side note, but I love the part where C3PO gets restarted, you know, from
Rise of Skywalker.
yes, and he's like he introduces himself and Poe is like, this is gonna be a problem. Like I don't want to deal with the introductions all over again with this guy.
No, yeah, that's so true.
But going back to BD, I just love how I forgot. I think we brought this up at a VC a couple nights ago. I forgot who brought it up, but someone made the joke of like BD is the only person that can surprise the shit out of Vader
No, yeah.
because he almost took him out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I would say, well, obviously, I'm gonna say R2 because R2 is the real.
Ace Luke answer.
But it's a good one. Are you kidding me?
It's
Are
base.
you telling me out of all of the droids, right? Okay, all of your choices are great, absolutely. But R2 is not in your top 5 of people that you would.
Oh, he's in my top 5. I thought you were gonna go. I love how you went the whole. Your answers are valid, guys, but invalid at the same time.
Your answers are different than my answers, and my
And they are a bias.
and they are a bias. No, just kidding.
Are you saying facts are biases?
I would say no. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. I would say R2 just because he's the original. Like he is the one that is seen from the beginning to what we think is the end of this grand story of 9 films. And he's been around. He's useful. He's actually emotional at sometimes. His beeps are like how you guys are talking about Chopper being like funny and you can understand him. You can understand R2. You can kind of put the beeps and the boops together. And if I had to go out with any droid, it'd be R2, because the way he goes out or just powers down in The Force Awakens, like, kills me every single time. I see that little droid. I see BB-8 pull the thing down, and you see R2 powered down. It's just like, God damn it.
You know what? Speaking of like R2 moments in the sequel trilogy that get me, it's when Leia dies and you hear like the somber beeps of
Oh,
R2.
God.
Oh my god. That's
Just because of the history with them too, it's insane.
yeah, it's it like we say whenever we talk about this, that scene from The Rise of Skywalker, he literally witnessed her birth, and he was there when she was born, and he was there when she died. Like that's the poetic shit of it.
Are you saying it's like poetry? It rhymes,
It
Luke?
rhymes absolutely.
We're just doing the George Lucas meme.
It rhymes. But
So,
I would say R2.
I have a question. R2's memory never got wiped.
Never
Nope.
did.
Nope.
Never. So, like, if there was some type of droid therapy, that that little guy needed it so badly
Oh yeah, absolutely.
because of
I mean,
the
but he
shit
did
that
get a
he's
droid
been through.
spa. He did
He
go to the
did
spa
in
for
the
a little
Clone
bit.
Wars. He did get a droid spa.
I mean, it's been pointed out to death that the R2 stay with the ship
Oh god
poetry.
damn! Yes. It's just
It's
like if
a dead horse
R2
at this point, but it's
R2
valid to bring up.
if R2 could talk, he would have told Luke that Vader was his dad. Like he would have. Oh, actually,
I know, no, he wouldn't.
that.
No,
you
no,
can you can
that.
understand astromech binary.
no, but look, I don't think he would though, because last he checked, because he saw Obi-Wan fighting Anakin, and then Obi-Wan came back, and Anakin was gone.
But did he witness Obi-Wan and Anakin fight?
Yes, he was in the
When?
ship.
Yeah. No.
No, he
No,
was
he
he
wasn't.
was by Anakin's ship.
Yeah, he
Which
was by
they were
Anakin's ship,
nowhere
was
near
on
it.
the opposite, which wasn't on the same platform.
But he'd still be like, huh? Oh, look, it's like two lightsabers fighting in the distance. Who the? Oh, that's weird.
No, I don't think he was looking at that when he was going back to C3 to 3PO.
No, the platforms are different sides of the
the
planet.
facility, right?
Yeah,
No,
the
not the
facility,
planet,
yeah.
the facility.
Yeah. That's what I meant though. Yeah,
But anyway,
but
What
the
about-
one that I would pick,
Yeah, go ahead.
I would say BB-8, but I would have to go with Dio.
oh,
I was just gonna
Char.
say Dio.
I was surprised.
Dio can
I would-
literally speak words,
that's
and he's got a
true.
cute little wheel.
But if we're talking about
I'm
trauma
sure I can treat him-
droids,
But I'm
Dio
sure I
and
can
Shadow
treat-
Sith.
Do you mind?
No.
This is like the third week straight. I'm trying to talk on my segment. I'm getting interrupted. And I would be 100% sure I would treat him better than Ochia Bastoon.
There you go.
And he's
All right.
so cute. He's squeaky wheel. Very kind.
Speak it. You done? You good?
I'm done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just-
done.
I was gonna say I was surprised you didn't go with CB23
Ooh.
Oh, because blue and red. Oh, okay.
because Resistance. Come on, we gotta give Resistance some love every once in a while,
BB-8 was
Char.
also in Resistance. I mean,
But guess what? He wasn't in for half the series.
and so was
But-
CB23.
But anyway.
This is a good question that I should put on Meet Upon Mains, like get to know you.
That you should. Absolutely. Which droid would be your buddy? That's
That
a
Oh,
good
or-
one.
Robbie, I have a bunch of those questions. If you want to
Oh
if you want to
no!
put them
Oh,
on the website that I have
no.
made to ask for the lore questions, it would be amazing.
Oh no. Don't do that. Don't
Like, who would you
Lore.
have be your parent figures? Who would be your
Oh my
dad, your mom?
Lore,
um,
lightsaber
What
hilts,
planet would you like to live? Like what? Like it's. I have a bunch of
Jedi,
different
Sith. You
fun
could
questions.
go on for ages.
Lore
is my
segment.
We'd
Oh,
have
my-
to even out the Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars ones.
Yeah.
Star Wars would just be like, keep going.
yeah, absolutely. But Hereth,
Yes.
time for your segment.
Let's dive into the interconnectedness.
Are you gonna play it?
I'm waiting.
I'm wait. How about you play it, Luke? That's your
I'm
job.
waiting.
All right.
It's been a rebel heist. Could be connected. I'll call it in.
I thought you were gonna do the intro, then that. I had an order.
Luke, you're a button guy. We know this.
No.
Be the button guy.
Oh, Luke, you ruined the joke. Congratulations. I had a whole
You
setup.
need to grab a guillotine and find whoever made that
That's
question.
the question.
You're under arrest, you
That's me. That's me messing that up. But I apologize, everybody. Here's
In my
Hereth's out.
experience, there's no such thing as luck.
Luke,
You had one job. One job,
Right.
Luke.
Well,
Luke,
One fucking job, and you
Luke,
fucked it up.
you keep feeding Kenny. You gotta stop.
Kenny is, and he just loves when the show gets derailed, and you're like, derailed.
Well, it wasn't my fault. I thought you were gonna do the thing first, the joke
No.
first.
No, I was gonna do the intro and go,
All right, go ahead.
like the intro is very philosophical and it's like, haha, like, oh my god. But in reality, I'm like that one stormtrooper. It could be connected.
It's been a rebel heist. Could be connected. I'll call it in.
There you go. I get you said it.
Kenny lives for the derailments, Luke. We need to just
Well, speaking of derailment,
we need to stay on target.
this question literally has no relation to the episode because a person on this panel who will stay anonymous stole my question. If you listen to the show, you fucking know who it is.
Not my fault.
It is. Quite literally. There's a segment called Interconnectedness. Maybe I should leave this question that's connected for this person.
Oh, is it something to do with the Clone Wars?
No, it was going to be originally. So, talking about this subject, because I know we talked about it at length during the reaction, but I wanted to bring it back up again because I feel like there's really nothing to talk about. It's the Chopper episode. Like, besides the Clone Wars connection, there's not really interconnectedness. So,
Nope.
I feel like going on a completely different route, I feel like this has been kind of talked about with Bad Batch recently. I want to bring it up here because I think it's a very interesting discussion. And I want to build on top of what we did yesterday or a couple days ago with Sawyer. What is your definition of filler? Because I don't see this episode as filler at all in the slightest. But some may see it that way.
Luke loves that word. We'll have him answer first.
Yeah, Luke.
Okay, all right. So here's the problem. My definition of filler is that it's an episode that has nothing to do with the plot of the overarching episode, like the overarching narrative of the season, right? So if you watch anime, right? Anime is notorious for having filler episodes. Like there's an episode in Dragon Ball of Goku and Piccolo learning how to get their driver's license. They can fly. What's the point of that episode?
Or what? Then one time
Literally
when
take
they have a
up
barbecue.
To literally take. That's another one. Like
I'm grilling. Do not interrupt the grill master.
Yeah, it's like those are examples of like filler episodes that don't push the plot forward. Like there's no narrative point to them. Like it's just silly fun. Whereas this episode, it builds on Chopper's character, right? It is. And the reason why I don't like people using filler for like Obi-Wan episode 4, particularly.
I mean, Luke and I have our history with that one.
Oh my god. Or the last couple of episodes of Bad Batch. Like, I just feel like the word filler is being used as a weapon to say that something is bad. And I don't feel like that's a fair critique. That's what it boils down to, I think.
Robbie, what for you, what constitutes filler?
Well, if you notice in a lot of TV series, there's a lot of fillers. Obviously, for the studios to make money, they don't want the whole main story to just go through because they're gonna miss out on episodes that they're contracted with, with the studio heads and everything like that. They have a certain amount. So there's that. And I don't necessarily think that this one's actually a filler because they're looking for a new system, a new base. And if it wasn't for Chopper being so self-centered and focused on that one strut and getting off the ship, they would have been ambushed in that system that they were going to go to, which I forgot what it was.
Attalon.
Yeah.
I thought it was
It's in the Yos system, but it's called Attalon.
Yos system.
It was because we'll get to it when interconnectedness basically becomes where the fuck is Thrawn doing what is Thrawn doing segment anyway.
Right.
But no, I agree with your statement because like the reason why I was kind of spinning this off is because A, there's not really much to talk about interconnectedness this episode, and B, I agree with you, it's not a filler episode. Because I think I agree with Luke. Like I'm starting to get kind of annoyed with people of like where they used to use the term filler as like I don't like this thing, it's bad.
They're using it as a weapon instead of being
like talking about like because like again, I actually enjoy this episode quite a lot. I think it's actually an entertaining episode of Rebels. I'll be honest, I didn't really like yesterday's episode of The Bad Batch. I thought it was okay episode.
I didn't watch it yet, so don't say anything.
Yeah,
That's all we're gonna say.
That's all we're gonna say.
It's not.
We were not a fan of it.
I will say.
I didn't.
I will say Bad Batch so far has not been living up to the expectations that I feel like people are making for it, and I'm one of them because I felt like season 1 was pretty good, pretty damn good. When it comes to season 1s of like season 1 of Clone Wars, it's way better than that. Season 1 of Resistance, way better than that. I think season 1 of Bad Batch is better than Resistance.
Oh, season 1. We're talking about season 2.
Season 1. No, season 1 of Bad Batch is better than season 1 of Clone Wars.
You could say that, but here's the thing.
I think it's better than Rebels. Season
But
1.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I think Resistance gets undercut a lot because of the time frame it takes place in. But at the same time, once you get past, I'd say episode 5 of Resistance, it gets so good in season 1. It gets so good.
It does get good, but I'm just saying.
Because you started.
This is just me. This is just me. I would take Bad Batch season 1 over. Maybe I wouldn't take it over Rebels. It's up there. I think it's probably number 2 in season 1s that have been.
Well, because I always bring it up with Rebels. It's like the reason why I think Rebels season 1 is the best of the season 1s is because you got to think how much it had to do in one season.
Haley, I will defend Resistance till the day I die.
Oh Jesus! You talk about the Bad Batch, and here she comes.
I'm Remy. Robbie hasn't seen the episode yet, but what were your thoughts on the episode? Just without spoilers, of course.
Well, jeez.
Well, while she answers that, this episode of The Forgotten Droid, it does introduce AP5,
Yep.
which that helps with the Rebels a lot, especially like in the next few episodes and everything. Yeah, like one of the comments earlier, there's like no fillers in Star Wars, I feel like, because something helps tie in to fit with the story.
Yeah.
For last week's episode of The Bad Batch, excuse me. I get both of them confused because of the stampede in the canyon. I'm like, where's Mufasa? Like, what is going on
Him
here?
and Scar are farther down. Don't worry.
Right? I thought it was starting to get good when oh my gosh, I'm terrible with names tonight. The little girl,
Omega.
Omega, yes. She goes into the mine by herself and it starts glowing, and I was like, that would be amazing if she finds a kyber crystal. And it's like she the sort of plot starts to, the storyline goes to like her
Being
almost getting
sensitive.
Her being-
yeah. So
I feel
and
like
then
that's on the forefront of a lot of people's minds. But go ahead, Robbie. Sorry.
oh no, it's okay. But like when the episode ended, I was like, what the hell? Like that was it? Like season
No.
1 is definitely better. It feels like the writers are the writers that were on strike a few years ago, and they're just trying to get stuff going. Oh wow, that writer strike was years ago. That wasn't a few years.
That was like the writer's strike of 2008.
Yeah, that was a lot. I was like, wait a minute, the writer's strike was during the TV series Lost. So that was a while ago.
But man, yeah, that's a deep cut, Robbie. Are you exposing how old you are? With Lost?
80. I was born in 84, so.
Oh man, you were just after the original trilogy had released.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. Like, what was this? Like, what was the special editions kind of like? Like seeing those in theaters? Because you had seen the original cuts, right?
Yeah, I had them all on VHS, the originals, without the great CGI that George Lucas did. Oh my God, those were terrible. But it was interesting because there was such a long gap between the movies. Between Return of the Jedi.
16 years.
It's a really long time, and for it to come out, everybody was like geeking out. Everybody had such high hopes and everything, and I like them. I know there's so many people that are just like, screw this is garbage, blah blah blah. It's still, yes, the first one isn't the best, but they're still enjoyable, and a lot of people, went to the theaters, they all dressed up, everything, it was good. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of anticipation. I think I was in high school when they started coming out.
Yeah, 84. So you'd be about 15 in 99. Yeah.
Good
So
math.
middle school. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't want to age him. I do not want to do this.
Do it, Hereth. Do it. You weren't even a twinkle in your daddy's eye.
Nope. And also, I was only 13 when Force Awakens came out.
Wow. So you were in your dad's ball sack still. You oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's yeah.
At the time when it came out, I was a thought. I was thought about. And then April of the year afterwards,
I was
I'm here
born
now.
during Attack of the Clones, so
April of 2000. I'm here now.
I was 10 years old when Revenge of the Sith came out, but I had seen the other two movies in theaters. That Phantom Menace was actually my first movie I had ever seen in theaters. So
I still remember the 80s. Like, I remember the carpets, the wallpapers,
yeah,
the music, the cars, the terrible video, like the
MTV.
like no, MTV was like nothing yet.
1990. Was that 1990s?
It was, but in the late 80s, it was, and I was young,
Luke just
so
listened to Bowling for Soup.
but it was,
Shut up! That's not even 80s, bro. That's like...
no, the song 1985 that they have.
Oh, yeah.
Music's still on MTV.
There were two kids in high school.
I love that.
But it was good. I mean, no cell phones. I played outside a lot.
That's crazy.
The 80s was. I always want to go back in time. If we had time machines, everybody needs to see.
And I've always said this. I would have thrived in the 80s. Like, I love the hairstyles. I love the music.
I mean, your hairstyle does look like it's in the 80s.
I didn't want to comment on that, but it just looked like an anime haircut. That's all I was thinking this entire episode.
Fuck you, Hereth. Well, that's a good way to end this. Actually, no, we have another segment.
Before I get to the facts, I wanted to mention, I pulled up a comment. This episode is a new character intro, adding character development to Chopper, who's a main character of the show. And yes, this is I've done this a few times after every single episode that we've done, where the focus of an episode is strictly on one character.
Yep.
And this is the first episode that's mainly on Chopper.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you got the honorable ones where it focuses on Zeb. You got the Champs and Duel episode where it focuses on Hera. You got ones where it focuses on Kanan, Sabine, but this is the first time it's been focusing on Chopper, and Chopper is a part of this part of the Ghost Crew. He has his own Spectre number, so I mean, why leave him out? So I mean, this is not a filler episode because it builds on every single member of the group. Because as far as we knew Chopper, he was more of the, okay, stay in the ship. But now he doesn't do that and actually develops something from that. And we see that he's able to work with other droids and figure out his way on his own. And it's a fun episode to watch. So
yeah. Also, before you get into interesting facts, I must say, Kenny must be having a ball right now with all the derailments.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Remy also posted stuff about Bad Batch because I interrupted that, and
you're all good. No, you're all good.
Revenge of the Sith was the first one I saw in theaters. Well, I could have saw it in theaters, but no one in my family likes Star Wars, so that's unfortunate.
I used to go to the theaters by myself. My first job was the movie theaters. That was the best. I would just go clean, watch the movies. I saw The Mummy, the first Mummy.
Oh, that's the one with
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan
what's his Brendan
Fraser.
Fraser, yeah.
Yeah, you can't forget his. Well, you're young, so.
Well, no, I knew the name. I just had a buffer. I remember
I'm getting
with the whale that
flashbacks.
came out too. I mean, he's been really big now. So I just
No, the reason why I'm laughing at that is because literally no joke at Emerald City, like I got dragged to the Mummy panel and I haven't even seen the movie and I was just sitting there going, "What am I doing?"
You haven't
It's
seen
good.
The Mummy?
No,
Brendan
You need to
Fraser's
see-
a legend.
I love Brendan
Yeah.
Fraser, but I haven't seen it.
Ever seen Journey to the
Encino
Center of the
Man?
Earth? Come on.
Encino Man?
No.
No.
I don't think
Get
I
out. Seriously, you guys haven't
don't-
seen Encino Man?
I don't think I've seen Encino Man, but I have seen The Mummy.
I know Captain Insano, and he shows no mercy
That's
Oh
funny.
my god.
from the Water Boy. If you get
It's
that.
pretty interesting, Char.
Anyway.
It is pretty
Yeah.
interesting. But Robbie, anything else you want to say?
No, I was just thinking of different movies that were released, and one of the, and I think you guys were all born. Harry Potter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was really good. Every year, it was November was Harry Potter was released, and then December was Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it,
And
it
then
followed.
Star Wars is in May.
Yes, and for like so many years, it just
And also the Fast and Furious movies were coming out too.
And then I was also thinking of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies as well.
Oh.
yeah, but that was like the best time to go to the theaters was then, just seeing
It
all
was
those
fiction
movies.
overload.
It was,
Yeah.
and now they're remaking so many movies that are just like you don't stop it, or they're making sequels or the third installment or some. Toy Story 5 is coming out. Like, why? You're done. Andy's in college. Let him go to college already. Like,
Yeah.
leave it alone. Buzz and Woody are done.
Bonnie will be in college soon.
Right?
Time it's
Oh
all
my!
said and done.
No, Chuck, don't do that to me.
Oh my god. Anyway, I think that's an interesting time to get into.
And what word did you say?
I
What'd
said
you say?
it's
You
an
say
interesting.
I literally said interesting. I was trying to get the segue earlier, Chuck. Damn, you only listen to
Hey.
Luke now.
I like interesting. 3 interesting facts about a certain Rebels arc that you didn't know about until now. Part 23, the Forgotten Droid Edition. Fact 1, AP5's inspiration. AP5 is named after series producer Athena Portillo. According to executive producer Dave Filoni, the 5 comes from Portillo's height of 5 feet tall. Fact 2, shopping variety. Among the items in the Ugnaughts' wares are astromech body frames, astromech heads, protocol droid lower legs, gonk droid feet, protocol droid heads, and plunk droids. Fact 3, Mommy Hera, literally. When Hera is particularly angry, she'll go into full mom mode and use a character's full name. She does this in the episode by calling Chopper his real designation, C-110P. And there you have it. Those are the 3 interesting facts about the Forgotten Droid.
That
There you
has to
go.
be your most interesting 3 interesting facts in a while.
Yeah,
Is that
especially
right?
especially the titles. The mommy
Mommy
was
Hera?
was a really.
Hera's
I
always
mean, they're just.
mommy.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I did find it interesting that that shop that Chopper went to, like, it's all just spare parts, and he's like, these things have got to be stolen, kind of thing. And the guy's like, well, I mean, some of my stuff isn't registered. It's like, oh, duh, like they're all spare parts. Obviously, they're all stolen.
No,
And then
yeah.
I thought it was interesting how Hera at the, like, it was almost towards the end where they're like, what do we do about Chopper? And she was like, fuck him, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah,
we'll worry
pretty
about him later.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you think about it, like, really think about it, Chopper could have gone somewhere completely different and she would have never gotten him back, kind of thing. If they wanted to tell that
Cool.
story a different way, and could have been lost.
Yeah.
I love the meme of like, are we really about to trust Chopper with the entire Rebel fleet?
Yeah, pretty much. But
All right, Robbie, we're going to be diving into the ranking of today's episode. So simple. Ensign is a bad episode. Lieutenant is an okay episode. Admiral is Captain is a good episode. Admiral is a great episode, and Grad Admiral is Chef's Kiss, which means it was a perfect episode. So we're gonna go one by one. And where would you rank let me keep that up there. Where do you rank this episode among Rebels?
Probably Admiral.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a chef's kiss, but the comic relief is there. You know, it's good. Or not, it's good. It's great. You know, it's very, I would think in between Captain and Admiral, you know, good and great, right in that sweet spot right there.
Mhm.
You know, there's a lot of there's a few other episodes that are more Grand Admiral,
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah,
you know.
We'll be getting there very soon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Twilight of the
Yeah.
Apprentice is right around the corner, coming up here. So
Maul's cackling in the corner just as we get closer.
Yeah, I see in your eyes.
Kenobi.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
I got an ear rape like Char does, but anyway,
Hereth,
I don't do that. That's not nice.
that's not canon.
unless you do Gilbert Godfrey.
That
Well,
that
that's
that was
fair enough.
canon, Char. You can't deny that one.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one is
I mean,
severely
hey,
canon.
I love.
Anyway,
Gilbert
Kenny loves derailments. Okay, I'm gonna just rank it Captain. I think it's a good episode. I think it's fun.
Captain.
I think I laughed. I had a good time.
I'll give it an Admiral. Chopper is one of my favorite droids, and I'm so happy that this focused on him as a standalone character. And AP5 was a beautiful addition too. And also, you know, it allowed him to mesh with another droid good, because he's always around humans, a Lasat, and
You mean
It's
well?
what?
Not good. Well.
Great.
Luke
Oh
is
my
the English teacher right now.
Well, I'm dating an English teacher, so that's why I thought that was
And
the perfect
no,
time to
not
do
just an
it.
English teacher, an English
A
teacher
Star
who has a
Wars-
Star Wars
Star Wars
class.
But I also feel like Luke, you are a teacher in a sense in this like panel because you'll just cold call one of us and be like, "We're not even paying attention." We're like, I don't know, like, we're just like out somewhere thinking. You're like, "Char, what'd you think?" And you're just like, oh, "Shit, I have to like make up my like thoughts on the fly real quick."
Yep. That's usually how it goes. I'm gonna put it in between, kind of where Robbie put it, in between Captain and Admiral. It does quite a bit for Chopper, which I feel like is necessary.
Yes. So everyone in the chat, go ahead and say what you think of this episode. Where does it rank on our list? Yeah. Wow. Kenny says Grand Admiral. Love that we get the best friend droid from our war criminal. I mean, Kenny, I mean, I know that you said in the chat that you love AP5. Do you mind if you like dive a little bit more into that? I would love to know.
But that is gonna be it for this episode. Robbie, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. And loved learning about your company and the stuff that you're doing. Where can the good people follow you and also check out your business?
So you can follow us at Meet Upon Maine on Instagram or Facebook. Yeah, and there's the discount code. You'll get $10 off your first month. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Follow us on Instagram. We do giveaways. My wife doesn't really like that I keep on spending money on Disney merchandise to give away to people. But I have a full box of Munchlings from Disney that racked up quite the bill. And yeah, we give away December. We did 10 days of giveaways to our paid subscribers on Instagram, or not on Instagram, on our meetuponmain.com website. And then we also do a lot of Instagram giveaways. But yeah, you can find me on there pretty much any time of the day. I'm on there 24/7 working and doing customer service and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, hopefully it'll expand. Hopefully all three of you will join. All three of you must join.
Gotcha.
We will join as one.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, the Volkswagen Atlas SUV has a sensor in the screen, so when you move your hand across, stuff on the screen will move. So I'm like, dude, like I have a Volkswagen Atlas, so I'm a Jedi. all the
Oh
time.
damn, that's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That's
It's pretty
awesome.
fun.
There you
So,
go. There you go.
but yeah,
Definitely go
it's-
check them out. Go check them out. Use that code. We'd appreciate it. And thank you again, Robbie, for coming on.
yeah, thank you for having me. Hopefully
yeah.
I'll come back soon.
Absolutely. Hereth, where can the good people follow you?
You want to watch this switch real quick? Watch. Well, you can find me at Hereth Productions on TikTok and Instagram. You can, of course, find me at Hereth_edits on Twitter. And you can find me here on the Pod Ones.
What about Hive?
You do this every single time. Every single time. It's like this running gag.
It's never.
Yeah,
it's never,
I don't shout out Hive because Twitter's not dead yet. I got it.
I know, Char. It's a dead fucking horse.
Char, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
Good people, you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at CharCharJ, as spelled right here. And you can find me here at the Pod Ones podcast every Thursday night as we cover our Star Wars Rebels rewatch. Next week, check us out for season 2, episode 20, The Mystery of Chopper Base.
We should have put those 2 episodes together and made that an arc.
Hey, they don't really
I
go
will have
together.
back-to-back arc episodes.
But they do. They do go together.
Which is what Chopper finds the base at the end of the episode. Like that's the only correlation.
It's connected. It's connected.
Would you say it's interconnectedness?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But you can follow us at the Pod Ones on all social medias. If this is your first time, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe. It would help us out in our goal of hitting. What I say? I would like to hit 1,500 subscribers by Celebration, which is like a month away. So,
Are you guys going?
me
Those
and
2
Hereth
are, not me.
Char is not, but yes, we are going over the pond. We will be in London,
Which means we're not going to be doing reactions to Mando. So it's
well,
going to be Char over here in the corner.
So Char will be in charge, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Char will be in charge of the reactions for Pod Ones for episodes 5 and episode 6. No,
Char,
those are
no,
usually
episode
like
6
where
and
the best
episode-
episodes take place.
Yeah, episode 6 and episode 7. So you won't be seeing me or Hereth on those
but
episodes.
Char has all the power.
We will be on for the finale. So that's that's what
Last season of Mando, episode 6, my boy got his armor back. That's all. I mean, hey, episode 6 of Mandalorians were the best episodes take place.
Episode 7.
Are you serious?
We love the episode 7 in this house, Char.
Your mouth.
The finale was phenomenal. What are you talking about?
I'd still prefer the Boba Fett returning episode.
Yeah, that's because you're a Boba Fett fan. But anyway,
Exactly.
that's gonna be it for this episode. We really appreciate everybody being here. We will see you next week, and be on the lookout for our Bad Batch reaction with the Sawyerism. But that's gonna be it. May the Force be with you.
Always.
Always.
See you guys.
See ya.